Suzanne here with a Burn Deep Stretch class for you that's going to really work the whole body. And we're going to get right into it, but if you want to use some props, a blanket, strap, or belt, if you're feeling really tight, just have those handy so you can grab them. So we're going to start standing, finding yourself in a comfortable standing position, kind of rock back and forth on your toes and heels, and then feel that just kind of grounding down, centering into the earth. We'll do some cleansing breaths. So inhale, sweep the arms up, gaze up if it's comfortable. Exhale, palms press down the center line of your heart. So if you want to put a little buoyancy in your knees when you inhale, exhale. This time as you inhale, deep inhale, exhale, sigh it out. One more time. Exhale. Let that go. Interlace your fingers, reverse the grip, take arms overhead. On an inhale, reach up. Like you're being pulled up towards the ceiling or the sky. Exhale, sway over to one side. Try to keep that arm by your ear. You can have a little bit of movement too with this. Working into some tightness in the side of the body. Back towards center. Relax the shoulders for a moment. Then take an inhale. Reaching up and sway over to the other side. Do that one more time each side, but this time we'll take the right hand to the left wrist. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, sway over. Switch. Inhale. Reach up. Exhale, sway over. So if you're really tight, sigh it out. Relax the jaw so you're not holding your breath anywhere. And then release that down. A few shoulder rolls. Up and back, other direction. So we're going to work on some forward folds. And I'm going to have my blocks handy because I'm really tight in the hamstrings and the back as well. So I'm going to have them in the high position, about a foot in front of me. You can use books as well. And I'm going to keep a good soft bend in the knees when I start with this forward fold. So you're hinging. You're going to hinge, hinge, hinge right here at the hips. So you're not rounding your back. Keep a flat back. So inhale, sweep up. Big breath. And then exhale, that hinge. And then let the blocks catch the ground, the earth, your shins, or even your thighs. So just going to hang out here for a few breaths. So imagine there was a string at the crown of your head. It's kind of pulling you into that direction. This gives you a sweet stretch in the back of the hamstrings, back of the knees. 2 more breaths here. And then soften the knees, weighten the heels, belly button in towards spine. Inhale, sweep up, open up. Exhale, sigh it out. We'll do that again. This time I'm going to take the blocks down to a lower position. Inhale, open up, big breath, exhale, let that all out, hold. So again, this is called monkey pose. So you're keeping that gaze just right in the front of your mat. It's like you're drawing your ears away from, or your shoulders away from your ears. Breathing here, one more breath. And soften the knees in reverse. Bring that all the way back up. Arms back down by your side. Inhale again, sweep up, open up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. So again, you're working with blocks and you want to change it. Breathing into any tightness. open up and bring that So if you have a strap handy, I'm gonna open up a little bit more with our shoulders. And if not, you can just use your hands a little bit wider than shoulder distance apart. So on an inhale, you're gonna take that up. So find that space, tightness. Exhale, bring that down. Deep inhale up. Exhale, bring that down. Again. Exhale, release it down. So this time we're going to stay there for a few breaths. So just find where you can breathe into the shoulders, into the mid-back. Sigh it out, just really tight. And then slow motion, bring that right back down. Release that down to the side. Do a couple more back to the forward folds, hinging at the hips. So inhale, open up. Exhale, swan dive. And come into that flat back. And then exhale, hold. And then gently come down onto your knees. Keep the blocks handy because we're going to do some low lunge if you still want to use them. Let's do a few cat-cow, tuck the toes. About hip distance apart of your knees, your wrists are stacked over your shoulders, and drop a softened belly. Tilt the chin up, tailbone up. And then cat, tops of your feet press down, draw your belly button in towards spine, round your back. So go back. So this drop a softened belly, tilt the chin up. And then draw the belly button in, round back, chin towards chest. So we'll go a little bit deeper with this, but you want to try to keep your hips stacked over your knees. You're going to walk your hands forward. So you can use a block if you want to rest your forehead down. Or you can just let your head hang out. Or if your forehead reaches the ground, just breathe into this. One more breath. It really feels nice for your back. So bring your right leg forward between your hands. Stack the mat if you need to protect that knee. Bring the blocks along if you'd like a little bit of extra support. Make sure that right knee is not over your toes. And also if you want an arch stretch, tuck the back toe. So again, I'm going to keep it in a high position. I'm going to let the hips start to sink down. And I like to kind of bring a little bit of buoyancy. So getting a little bit of movement kind of helps you go a little bit deeper into a stretch, into a space, and then I just hang out, breathing into it. So we're going to shift the weight back. Toes are going to come up. And again, I'm going to keep my blocks. Keep a softened bend in the knee. The hamstrings are really tight. And I like to flatten the top of my foot when I do a hamstring stretch. So inhale here, up top, up tall. Exhale, and then the hinge, hinge, hinge. And if you want to catch your blocks, catch something, catch the earth. Just breathe into it. So just find a space, enough tightness that you can start to breathe. And every exhale, You're just creating a little bit of space. It makes a big difference. A little bit to the side because I'm going to come up to a wide straddle. So tuck the back foot, come off of that knee. So you're in a wide straddle. Soften the knees if you need to. And I'm going to take the left hand and place it down and bring the right arm up. In a twist. Also feel this in your inner thigh. In this case, the left inner thigh with the right arm up. And then switch. Inhale, up. Breathing here. And keep your gaze down. Hit that hand or keep it up or neutral, whatever you're comfortable with. One more breath. And then release that in. Heel toe your feet a little bit wider or a little bit in. Hands on your hips, soften bend in the knees, bring yourself upright. So now I want to take the heels in the toes out. So you're a bit in a, kind of like a sumo squat. So let yourself come down, let your weight come down into the hips and bring your left arm up and over. Your right hand can rest on your hip or just on your arm or on your right leg. So again, you're reaching, reaching, reaching. Other side. Big stretch in the inner groin area for this as well. Slowly come back up, heel toe, closer, back. So we'll start that all over again, but on the other side. So starting with our forward fold. Take an inhale, sweep up. Exhale, sway over. Hands on the blocks, the shin, the ground. Sweet breathing into the back of the hamstrings, back of the calves. One more breath. Hold. Gently come down. So this time, well, first let's do a cat-cow. A couple times it feels good again on the back. Anytime you're doing cat-cow, feels really good. And then we'll bring, this time, our left foot forward between our hands. Tuck the back toe. Make sure that knee is not over your toes. And again, if you want a little bit of buoyancy movement to kind of work into that hip, and then find that space where you can breathe into it. Top the back foot, you want to straighten it, put it flat down, bring your body weight back, toes come up. Inhale here, like to keep the hands on the hips, and exhale, hinge, 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 fold. So again, find where it's at. I have a little bit more space on this side so I can take the blocks to a lower position. The more you pull your toes back, the deeper the stretch. So you just gauge that, how you're working today. this time, turn your knees to the long side of the mat. And you're going to take your right leg out. Toes pointed to the front. Now I'm going to use the block on the left side. But first we're going to inhale again, the left arm up and over towards the right. And bring that left hand, you want it on the block or on the ground, and sweep that right arm over. So you feel that long stretch all the way down from your fingertips all the way down to the legs. Gaze can be down, whatever you're comfortable with. Just breathe here. Then come back up. So switch sides. Start with the right arm up, over towards the left. Then let that right arm catch the ground or a block as you sweep the left arm up, over. Back up. So if you're comfortable to stay still on your knees, I like to tuck my toes when I do this. Bring your palms together about shoulder height, your elbows bent. On an inhale, open up. So feel that in the heart, in the chest. Exhale, chin towards chest. Bring your palms back together. I'll show you a side view of that inhale. Like you're opening up a door. Feel that across the chest, the shoulders. You tend to be very rounded there. Exhale, close that. Again, inhale. Open that up. Exhale, release. One more time. So we'll come on down to seated, and I'm going to use a blanket to prop up my hips for a moment. Straighten out your legs, flat palm around your knees where those pressure points were, the inside and the out. And then comfortably seating, however that is for you. You could do this in a chair as well. You don't necessarily have to be doing this in a cross-legged position. Seating on a chair feels better for you. So your elbows are kind of by your side, and again, bring your chest forward and then kind of round back. Do this a few times. So twists are really beneficial for the spine, for the nervous system. It really helps detox the body. So take an inhale. We're going to sweep the arms up. And as you exhale, left hand to right knee, and that right hand comes back behind, tripoding. So don't worry about how deep you go in the twist. Just keep that integrity of that straightened spine and neck. And if it's comfortable with your neck, you can look out over that right shoulder. Slowly come back towards center and take an inhale, sweep up. Exhale, right hand to left knee, left hand back behind. Tall, straight, regal spine and neck. Breathing in this twist. towards center. So we're going to work on the neck. First, bring your shoulders up to your ears, down your back. We're going to start on the right side. Pointed to the left, but I meant right. So inhale. Exhale, left ear to left shoulder. So see how that feels with the chin pointed down, maybe chin up. Find that space for you. You're feeling loose there around the neck area. You can take the peace fingers of your left fingers right above that right ear. Apply a little bit of pressure. Not too much, you don't need too much. But just make sure when you're exhaling, you're softening the jaw, you're not clenching the teeth, you're letting it go. And slowly bring chin in towards chest, and you're going to go side to side, left to right. One more rotation. Then back up to center, shoulders up to yours, down your back. Again, inhale, deep inhale, drawing that tall spine up. Exhale, right ear to right shoulder. It doesn't take long to connect with it. Wherever it's tight, you want to go deeper. Peace fingers right above that ear, gentle pressure. If not, just stay here and breathe. Relax the jaw. And slowly bring your chin in towards chest. So when you have that capability to go full circle, go ahead. If not, just go back and forth. Just a couple more times. And then release that out. So we're going to go ahead and straighten out our legs. So find yourself straight out on the mat. Flat palm around the knees or anywhere it's feeling anything. And we're gonna do a forward fold. So you're gonna keep a softened bend in the knee. If it's really tight in your hamstrings, you're gonna flex your feet. And if you'd like to, this is a good time and a handy time to use a strap. And sometimes if it's really tight, a block helps. 2 blocks in that case. Or a blanket underneath your knees. So find somewhere center on the strap if you'd like to use the strap around your flexed feet. So your elbows are by your side. You're seated up tall and straight. Again, I have a softened knee. The hamstrings are tight. On an inhale. And in an exhale, I'm just going to hinge, 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 hinge. And if you can start to go down, you can start to walk your hands down the strap. But you just have to gauge how far you can go. And then you just hang out and breathe into it. Slowly come back up. You had that strap handy. Release it. You're going to point your toes. Fingers pointed away, back behind you. Just like we're laying out in the sun. Bring your chest forwards like your elbows are coming together. Gaze up if it's comfortable with your neck. And countering that stretch. And then come on back down. So we're going to come all the way down onto our backs. And we're going to bring our knees in towards our chest. Going to rock side to side. Massaging out that back on the ground. Keep a bend in the knee. Bring that left leg up towards the ceiling. Point the toe. Fill up with a deep inhale. Exhale, sigh it out. Toes pulled back. Heel away, and bringing that left ankle above that right knee. So this is works the outer hips. And you can use a strap if you'd like to. You want to use it as an assistance. So if you want to float that leg in, come up off of that foot, on that right foot. If you wanted to use the strap, you just take it below the right shin as you bring that leg in towards you. It's a big, deep stretch, deep all over for the hips. So really take some time to breathe into it. Sigh it out. We'll take 2 more big breaths here. Then release it down. Release that leg. We'll take the right leg up towards the ceiling, point the toe, deep inhale. Exhale, sigh it out, pull the toes back. Bring that right ankle above that left knee. So right here might be enough. You might feel this enough. If it's really tight, you want to walk out that left foot. Feel like you can go deeper. You can float that leg in. If you want to use the assistance of the strap, bring it below that left knee. Just make sure you relax the shoulders. You're not tightening up in the shoulders or the jaw. Breathe into it. Go ahead with 2 more breaths here. And then release that. So after doing a lot of all of those stretches, it's nice to do a full body stretch. So straighten out the legs, point the toes, interlace the fingers, take the arms overhead, deep inhale. Exhale, sigh it out. Let your body relax. And do that again. It's like you're being pulled in 2 directions. Deep inhale, deep stretch, feel that pulling. Exhale, sigh it out. So here's where you just want to relax. If you just want to hang out in Shavasana and just kind of let everything melt, everything slow down, everything go. Soften into it. And thanking your body for all that it does. Day in, day out. And so hang out there as long as you'd like to. Then I'm going to come back up. And some days hang out longer if you're needing. That's the best place to just to release and everything go. And I'm going to go ahead and close out, and thank you very much for joining on this deep stretch. Hope it helped, working out a little bit of kinks, a little bit of tightness, and until next time,